Beautiful souls, welcome back to Light Beneath Layers, a journey of knowing thyself. Today I'm sharing something raw. It is not just about food or weight, it is about the invisible burdens we carry. The silence that wraps around shame, and how I used food not only to feed myself, but to punish myself, and how I am finally breaking free. The story. This story is not just about food, it is about the hidden hunger we carry, the ache to be seen, loved, and allowed. When my patron began to speak loudly, it was January 2024. I was once again sitting with a deep emotional discomfort. Why do I stuff my stomach so much? Even after years of intermittent fasting, even after deconstructing my pattern since 2020 with my coach, this one would not leave. Every time my eating window opened, I became ravenous, like a hungry lion. I was not hungry for food. I was starving for something deeper. And as always, in healing, when my pattern is ready to dissolve, it rises. The web I was living inside, I began to see it clearly. I was caught in a thick, tangled web made of shame, old grief, childhood fear, and cultural rules. At the center of it was me, like a soul wrapped in knotted yarn. And with each thread I untangled, more pain appeared. One belief birthed another. One memory opened five more. I thought I had healed certain patterns until they returned in new forms. Intermittent fasting worked until it did not. For years, fasting made me feel lighter, but it was not enough because the real weight was not physical, it was shame. Shame that whispered, "You do not deserve joy. You do not deserve lightness. Lightness is unsafe." So I stuffed myself, not with food, but with guilt. Whenever I felt vibrant, my mind would panic and I would eat to sabotage the aliveness where it all began. Even though I had been stuffing emotions since puberty, the weight began to show after marriage. And then in 2008, after my separation, I met someone I liked. But that connection came with a price, shame. My family did not approve, especially my eldest brother. Each year I returned to Pakistan, I felt a stamp of shame on my forehead. I was breaking expectations, not screaming, not speaking, just stuffing. But that shame did not start there. It continued from when I liked my cousin as a teen, treated as sin, from being looked at differently after puberty, from childhood moments that froze me in shame, layer upon layer. Food became my language of silence, a cultural silence exposed. We all cope in different ways. Some drink, some gamble, some numb themselves. I used food because it was quiet, because it did not judge, because it helped me bury what I could not face. In our culture, especially as girls, we are taught to silence desire, to bury our bodies, to feel ashamed for being human. But now I shine light on it because shame shrinks when it is loved. I will not punish myself anymore. I cried with my coach, not from anger, but aching sadness. For the little girl who was shamed for growing, for the teenager who was not allowed to feel, for the woman who stayed small to be accepted. I cried for all the sons and daughters still punished for being human. But today, I choose to love all parts of me, even the one I once called nasty, but who was simply misunderstood. She was never sinful, just human. I forgive her, embrace her, and I tell her, you don't need to punish yourself anymore. You are free. How I choose the chapter with love. I close the chapter with love. It would be easy to blame others, but I have done the deeper work. And I know now they were also victims of silence. They passed down what was passed to them. They did not know better, but now I do. So this is not rebellion, not an angry goodbye to my past, but a compassionate closing of an old chapter. It is me saying, I see the wounds, I forgive the pain, but I will not carry it forward. If you have ever stuffed yourself with food or buried pain in silence, please know you are not alone. You are not broken. You are carrying more than just story. Healing is possible. I am living proof. Thank you for being here. You are the light beneath your own layers, and the world is better for your truth.